Okay, so we're going to go over nested loops and how they work. So so nested loops is when you put a loop inside another loop, and we're going to try and make a multiplication table using nested loops. So we'll start by making a for loop. So this for loop will display the top part of the table. So I will be 1, and I want this table to be a 9 by 9. So I'll have I be less than or equal to 9, and then do I plus plus. So we'll print out. Let's do a print statement, not a print line, because I want them to be all on the same line. And we'll do a little space here for indentation purposes. All right, there you go. Now I'll do a quick print statement here to move everything to the next line. Now for this section is going to be all the numbers on the leftmost line. So for int j equals 1, j is less than or equal to 9, j plus plus, and then we're going to print this out. So I want each of these numbers to be on the new line because this is going to be different rows. So we'll have j, and then we're going to put this portion in. All right. Okay, so this part is not really indented properly. We'll take care of that later, but pretty much this is looking more like how I want it to look. So now inside this for loop, I'm going to do a nested for loop and put another for loop in here. And this for loop is going to give me all the values. Okay, so all the values that I want. So k is less than or equal to 9, k plus plus. So I'm going to do a print statement. Okay, a print statement. Add some indenting, and then at the end, it'll be j times k. Okay, this will give you all the values. And then after you leave this for loop, I want everything to move to the next line. Okay, we got some small errors here. So let's see how we can fix this. Um, Why don't we do this? Print statement. Okay, let's try this. All right, there you go. That looks much more better. Okay, so these numbers are a little jumbled up together, like squished together. What I could do is do a printf statement instead. So instead look like this. And let's try and do some spacing. So let's do 3D. So D is, the value type, so it's an int. Okay, this looks a lot more better. I'm liking this. I just want this to be indented to the right a bit. So let me do a print statement up here. Let me see if this will do anything. Okay, I just need this to be spaced out a bit. I know, how about I do this? Instead, let's do a printf statement. So it'll be %d because this is an integer type. And let's do 3D as well. All right, I just need this to be indented a little bit to the left, so to the right. All right, so that's exactly how I want it to look. Let's also add one more layer. So after we went to the next line, I'm gonna do a print statement here and do a bunch of these. Okay, I'm gonna need a few more. Oops. All right, let's try again. All right, let me delete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's see how this looks. All right, that looks much better. All right, now let's do a quick rundown of what's going on in the code. So let me bring up this terminal. All right. So this this print statement, it indents a bit to the right. Now this for loop, it will display all these numbers with this amount of spacing in between them. Then this print statement, since we're doing a printf statement, it's gonna keep adding more values here. So we do a print line statement to move everything to the right, and then we do this another print line statement to put these dashes in. Now for this for loop, it will display all of these values, and then inside that for loop, it's going to display all of these multiplication values. And then after we do each row, so like for example, when this runs one time, it's going to first do one row. We then exit and then do a print line to move to the next row. Then this prints out the next number, and then this prints out all the multiplication values of that row, and so on and so forth. So that's how you make a multiplication table here using nested loops. And again, make sure to close the scanner at the end. So scanner, hold on. Oh wait, there was no scanner. Sorry, my bad.